Hi, welcome to EPG Pathshala Spanish. I'm Rajiv Saxena and I teach Spanish in the Center of Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, and Latin American Studies in the Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. We are doing the paper entitled Intermediate Grammar, and in this module, we are going to be talking about adverbs or the formations from adjectives. The objective of this module is that we've already studied some of the basics of adverbs in the previous papers. Now you can easily distinguish among Spanish adverbs. In this module, you will learn that how some special ways exist in Spanish to create adverbs like formations from adjectives. Adverbs ending in mente. In Spanish, adverbs can be formed from adjectives by adding the suffix mente to the singular feminine form of the adjective. So I repeat, when you're talking about adjectives ending in mente, the adverbs can be formed from adjectives by adding the suffix mente to the singular feminine form of the adjective. Inmediata, immediate. Extremada, extreme. Obvia, obvious. So, by just putting inmediatamente, extremadamente, or obviamente, we have immediately, extremely, and obviously. Lenta is slow, lentamente. So, inmediatamente, immediately. Extremadamente, extremely. Obviamente, obviously, and lentamente, slowly. The adjectives that have the same form in the feminine as in the masculine take the suffix mente without any changes. So, the adjectives that have the same form in the feminine as well as in the masculine take the suffix mente without any changes. So, feliz, which is the same in masculine and in feminine, which is happy, becomes felizmente, happily. Final, which is the same in masculine or in feminine, becomes finalmente, finally. By adding mente to an adjective, it is possible to form many adverbs of manner, amongst others, but it is not possible with all Spanish adjectives. So remember, it is not possible with all Spanish adjectives to use mente as a suffix and make it into an adjective. English has a certain number of adjectives that end in "ly", right? These must not be confused with the adverbs. They can't be translated by adding mente to a Spanish adjective. Probable, likely. Probablemente, simpático, amigable, friendly. Solo, solitario, lonely. Encantador, lovely. Such English adjectives can have an adverbial function using the construction in a way. Its counterpart in Spanish can be the construction de forma plus singular feminine adjective or de modo plus singular masculine adjective. Although in many cases it is possible and even common to use the suffix mente. So we see es probable que vengan, they are likely to come. Probablemente vengan, they will probably come. So es probable has been changed to probablemente. Es probable que vengan, they are likely to come. Probablemente vengan, they will probably come. You should never confuse the Spanish adjective solo, alone, and solitario, lonely, with the adverbs solo and solamente, which means only and just. Solo or solamente quiero leche. I only or just want some milk. Me siento tan solo. I feel so lonely. Me siento tan solo. I feel so lonely. The adjective solitario usually refers to the fact that there are no other people or things involved. Sometimes it denotes a preference to be alone. Pique Es un hombre solitario. Pique is a lonely man. Un hombre solitario means a lonely man. Un lugar tan solitario me da miedo. Such a lonely place frightens me. Un lugar tan solitario me da miedo. Some Spanish adverbs ending in mente have a narrower meaning than their corresponding adjectives in English. Discutimos el tema acaloradamente. We discussed the subject hotly. Discutimos el tema acaloradamente. Or another example would be el público aplaudió calurosamente. The public applauded warmly. El público aplaudió calurosamente. When we talk about the Spanish adjectives as adverbs, there are some Spanish adjectives that can be used as adverbs, but when in this case they do not end in mente and are in the masculine singular form, not the feminine or the plural. So, I repeat that there are some Spanish adjectives that can be used as adverbs, but when in this case they do not end in mente and are in the masculine singular form. If it is the feminine or the plural, then you cannot use it. Fuiste ahí muy rápido. O fuiste allí muy rápidamente. You went there very fast. Podemos marcar directo desde aquí. Or podemos marcar directamente desde aquí. We can dial direct from here. Podemos marcar directamente desde aquí. We can dial direct from here. Estamos trabajando muy duro. Or estamos trabajando muy duramente. We are working very hard. So we see that it is very important to remember that adjectives agree in gender and number with the nouns that they modify. Un hombre guapo, a handsome man. Una mujer muy guapa, a very beautiful woman. But when adjectives are used as adverbs, only the masculine form is possible. Sheila canta muy bonito. Sheila sings very prettily. Sheila canta muy bonito. So one has to remember that the adjectives refer to nouns. Example, the cabins are very pretty, and adverbs refer to the action represented by the verb. Example, his action of singing sounds very nice. So we now deal with some common adjectives that are often used as adverbs. Fácil. The adjective fácil, easy, can sometimes act as an adverb, especially in colloquial language, instead of the verb fácilmente. This most happens often when the direct object is singular and in short answers. When plural direct objects, fácilmente is preferable. So, to elucidate, you can take an example and illustrate it in a better manner. Ehsan lo hace todo muy fácil. Ehsan does everything very easily. Regular. The adjective regular, fair, medium, is entirely different in meaning from the adverb regularmente, regularly. Mi padre juega al baloncesto regularmente. My father plays basketball regularly. Mi padre juega al baloncesto regularmente. In the same sense, alto and bajo, the adjectives alto, high, and bajo, low, can be used as adverbs when referring to height or to level. So, el avión volaba muy alto. The plane was flying very high. El avión volaba muy alto. The plane was flying very high. Estamos hablando muy bajo. We were talking very low. Estábamos hablando muy bajo. In the same sense, we have The words like flojo, fuerte, igual, and suave, which also have the same usage and are commonly used. However, we have to remember that the adjectives flojo, loose, slack, fuerte, strong, igual, equal or alike, and suave, soft, often act as adverbs. The suffix mente is very common with all of these except flojo. Dale flojo, hit it softly. Empuja fuerte, push it strongly. So the adjectives flojo, fuerte, igual, and suave often act as adverbs. The suffix mente is very common with all of these except dale flojo, hit it softly. Empuja fuerte, push it strongly. Ellos se visitaron igual. They were dressed alike. Ellos se vistieron igual. They were dressed alike. Ella habla muy suave. She speaks very softly. Ella habla muy suave. Now let us see what happens to adverbs from English adjectives. There are many English adjectives that can be used as adverbs, but they can show significant differences with regard to the Spanish counterparts. Back. Back translate as de vuelta or de regreso when it acts as an adverb. Estábamos de vuelta por la noche. We were back at night. Estábamos de vuelta por la noche. Note that when back implies movement to the backside of a place, it translates as atrás or hacia atrás or even para atrás. So, when back implies the movement to the backside of a place, it is translated as atrás, hacia atrás, or even para atrás. Cheap. For example, in English we use the adjective cheap instead of cheaply. But in most Spanish, barato is most often used as adjective, agreeing in gender and amount and number with the noun that it modifies, not as an adverb. La compré muy baratas, not baratos. I bought it very cheap. Clear. This adverb clearly corresponds to the adverb claramente when the meaning is distinctly without confusion, but it can be replaced by the adjective claro in this sense. Él habla muy claramente, claro, or él habla muy claro, he speaks very clearly. In English, the adverb clear is often used with of to mean not touching. In Spanish, this combination is usually translated using the verb alejarse de. Aléjese de los cables. Stand clear of the wires. So, the adverb clear in English, which means not touching, in Spanish is translated as alejarse de. Aléjese de los cables. Stand clear of the wires. Close, for example, can also be translated by cerca, but with verbs of movement, it is advisable to use a verb such as acercarse instead of cerca. Acércate, no te puedo ver claramente. Come close, I cannot see you clearly. Acércate, no te puedo ver claramente. When closely means carefully with great attention, it can also be translated as cuidadosamente, a fondo, en profundidad, con mucha atención, and so on. So, when closely means carefully with a lot of attention, great attention, it can be translated in Spanish as cuidadosamente, a fondo, en profundidad, con mucha atención, and so on. Debemos leer esto con mucha atención antes de firmar. We must read this closely before signing. Dead. The English adverb dead in colloquial constructions of the type dead sure, dead certain, and so on translate in Spanish as completamente, por completo, totalmente, and so on. So, dead sure, dead certain are translated in Spanish as completamente, por completo, totalmente, etc. ¿Estás completamente seguro? Are you dead certain or are you dead sure? María estaba totalmente borracha. Maria was dead drunk. María estaba totalmente borracha. In other cases, other translations can also be used. Estoy agotado. I'm dead tired, exhausted. Estoy agotado. El tren es lentísimo. Superlative of lento. This train is dead slow. Este tren es lentísimo. The adjective deadly is also translated as mortal and the adverb fatally as mortalmente. La pobre vaca tenía una herida mortal. The poor cow had a deadly wound. El policía resultó mortalmente herido. The policeman was fatally injured. El policía resultó mortalmente herido. The adverb free or free of charge must be translated in Spanish by gratis. No puedes alojarte gratis en este hotel. You cannot say free in that hotel. Aquí se ofrece red gratis. Internet is offered free of charge here. Gratis, also as an adjective, must be used whenever the context refers to the fact that no payment is required. Recibimos dos comidas gratis al día. We get two free meals a day. Recibimos dos comidas gratis al día. In the other context, libre is used to mean free. Ahmad es un hombre libre. Ahmad is a free man. Ahmad es un hombre libre. Freely is translated by libremente. Este perro puede mover libremente. This dog may move freely around. Este perro puede mover libremente. The English adverb deeply is used mainly to describe feelings, but its Spanish counterpart profundamente has a more general meaning and is used in other contexts. Está profundamente enamorado. He is deeply in love. Los arqueólogos están cavando profundamente. The archaeologists are digging deep. Los arqueólogos están cavando profundamente. It is also possible to use the adjectives profundo and hondo, both mean deep, as adverbs referring to physical contexts. That is, they are not feelings, especially when they are preceded by the adverb muy or very. So, I repeat that it is possible to use the adjectives profundo and hondo because both of them mean deep as adverbs when you're referring to physical contexts, not feelings, especially when they are preceded by the adverb muy or very. Estoy cavando muy hondo. Estoy cavando muy profundo. I am digging very deep. Another way to form an adverb is to use the preposition con plus the singular form of the noun. So, by using the preposition con and the singular form of the noun, we get verbs like cuidadoso, carefully, cuidadosamente, or con cuidado. Perfecto, perfectly, is perfectamente or con perfección. Cariñoso, affectionately, becomes cariñosamente or con cariño. Some adverbs do not follow any pattern of origination and must simply be memorized. Here is a list of some common ones. Bastante, que te, demasiado, too mal, badly. So, bastante, quite, demasiado, too, mal, badly. These are the list of the common ones which do not follow any pattern of origination. Bastante, quite, demasiado, too, and mal, badly. Mucho, a lot, muy, very, nunca, never, peor, worse, poco, little, siempre, always. So I repeat that words like bastante, demasiado, mal, mucho, muy, nunca, peor, poco, siempre are words which do not have any basis on from where they have come. When two adverbs modify the same verb, only the second one uses the mente ending. So be careful. When two adverbs modify the same verb, only the second one uses the mente ending. Note that the first adverb is the same as the feminine singular form of the adjective. So the first adverb is the same as the feminine singular form of the adjective, and only the second one uses the mente ending. Juan trabajaba lenta y cuidadosamente. John works slowly and carefully. Juan trabaja lenta y cuidadosamente. Another sentence would be El chico le habló clara y cortésmente. The boy spoke to him clearly and courteously. El chico le habló clara y cortésmente. Another sentence would be El autor escribió rápida y fácilmente. The author wrote quickly and easily. El autor escribió rápida y fácilmente. So, to conclude, we can see that there is a lot to learn about adverbs in Spanish. We have already dealt with this topic in the basic grammar paper. We will see many more uses of this in the advanced grammar section. However, before going off any further, please do more exercises as practice makes a man perfect, and start learning and speaking and writing perfectly in Spanish. Muchas gracias.